No, I can't do it. I can only do it with oil pastels. Look, sweetie, I get it. You really like oil pastels, but you literally have a whole closet full of art supplies. Can you just choose another medium? I mean, really, I want you to be happy for what you have. Like, you've got those other pastels, you've got watercolors, you've got crayons, you've got colored pencils. No, I hate it. I just wanted the oil pastels. Sweetie, look, you've got to stop moping. That door, that is a closet full of art supplies. Come on, let's go pick one. Be happy for what you have. You literally don't get it. Honey, I do understand, and you know what else I understand? I understand that you have access to so much, and I want us to see this from a glass half full. You're really stuck in glass half empty, and that's not a fun way to live your life. Have you ever tried to convince your child out of their misery or move them to a glass half full instead of a glass half empty perspective, and it just didn't work? Maybe they got even more stuck. And certainly in this example, this kid did get more stuck when mom tried to encourage her to consider the wealth of options. And I want to say to you, dear parents, that it's really hard to convince somebody out of their misery or out of their frustration. And so instead of going for convincing, I want you to focus on joining. So what would it look like to join this child who only wants to use oil pastels? Yeah, you were really hoping for oil pastels. I hear you. It's tricky. You don't have to fix it, and frankly, you don't even have to completely understand their perspective. But joining it and acknowledging, hey, yeah, maybe I don't get it. Maybe I'm actually not very creatively inclined, and I don't understand why you can't use colored pencils or watercolors for that project. And you know what? Maybe that kid really only does want to use oil pastels, and maybe there's a good reason. And as a creative person myself, if I wanted oil pastels and somebody told me to use something else, I would be like, no, I can't. Go instead for joining. Yeah, I guess I really don't get it. You really wanted oil pastels. Hold yourself back from like moving into fix-it mode. So often what happens when I see parents join their kids around these like glass half empty moments, they join and then they follow up with, but X, Y, and Z. And that is the place where you break the connection. And so just cut your sentence off and let yourself be with your child in whatever they're in. You don't have to fix it. There's something valuable from being in the struggle also. And the most valuable part is being in it together. So join your child, acknowledge what they're going through, and sit with. Make sure you're following for tips.